Well, hello, my beautiful people. My name is Gan, and welcome back to, you know what it is, Riddle Joker. Last time, well, we learned a lot of things. First of all, Taishi got kidnapped. The principal kidnapped a bunch of people for, remember the control loss in the Mayu route? Remember control loss with his daughter? He's been kidnapping people that have things happening like that with control loss and everything with their astral ability. And I gotta say, that is pretty messed up. He's just been kidnapping people, taking them away from their families and everything. Man, you know what I mean? They disappeared. And right now, we have to talk amongst ourselves, being like, what do we do from there? Because he caught us. The principal caught our asses, man. He caught us. And now we gotta sit there and be like, what do we do? Should we talk? And that's what we're doing right now. I'm talking with Nanami in her room. So, without further ado, let us continue. Okay. Following our conversation with the principal, I took Nanami to her room. Oh, I'm not even on my monitor. Okay, here we go. What should we tell Dad? Give me some time to think everything over. Okay. I definitely understand. That was all pretty overwhelming. You probably want some time to take it all and process it. I mean, I know I do. Thanks. But I'll help you think about what we should do. It won't be fair of me to shove all the responsibility onto you. I'm your partner. Thanks, Nanami. No problem. I'm back in my room, but before I even have a chance to change out of my uniform, a call comes in from Dad. I contemplate whether or not I should answer it, but ignoring him isn't an option, I know. Levy 6 here. What's wrong? It took you a while to pick up. Is everything alright over there? Yeah, everything's fine. Alright, let me get right down to business then. How did the infiltration go? Once he says those words, my breath stops and my mind blanks. Should I tell him the truth? Do I trust him? And might it be wise to console him on this? But I can't forget that he's also the chief of the SFD. Given his position, it's safe to assume that he'll have to take some form of action if I report it to him. But hiding it from him would implicate me in this whole astral cover-up thing. And I'll be betraying both Dad and the SSD as a whole. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The infiltration wasn't a success. What do you mean? Elaborate. Our plan was to sneak in at night, but we found that there were still a large number of people there. With that in mind, we opted to postpone the infiltration to a later date, so we could figure out when the best time is. I'll give you the report afterwards. Oh right, why am I lying to him? Just, why? I don't understand. Like, yeah, he might take action, or he'll try to, I don't know what he would do, but lying is not good, at all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be like one of those guys, like, lying is not good! I don't know what the fuck you're doing, Satoru, but let us continue. Alright. About the last straggler from the organization we talked about last time, I received word that we now know their appearance. I'll send you the data as soon as I have it. Thanks. Anything else? No, that was it. Alright. Contact me right away if you figure anything out. Will do. Talk to you again soon. With that, I ended the call. Ultimately, I chose not to tell him anything. I've especially opted to delay my decision. I just need time to think about everything. I wonder if Ayase knows. About the room, and all the people being kept in comatose state there. If she's doing all of her PR work with full knowledge of it. Is she doing all of her work? Fuck, Sorry I can't read for shit, man. I'm just tired. Dad, is this a early morning thing? Yeah. This is early morning. I don't know what it is. I either make these videos like early morning, like right now it's gonna be 2 a.m. Or I do it like when I get up, like at 11 a.m. I was gonna say p.m. 11 a.m. But no, this is gonna be an early morning one, man. Is she doing all of her PR work with full knowledge of it? Could that be why she's cooperating with him? I would like to think not, but several things do hint towards it. Ayase's frame came about as a success of her rescue and relief efforts during the control loss incident. Following that, she rode into school and became somewhat of a public figurehead for it. A while back, she touched upon her reasons for taking upon such a burdensome role.
Well, it's not something I need to hide. Basically, there's a certain person I want to see again. They're an Astro too, and we were friends when I was younger. Unfortunately, there are certain circumstances keeping us apart right now. They went through a whole horrible thing because they were an Astro, and I can't do anything to help. But things don't have to be that way anymore. We can change society in a place where Astro can peacefully live together with normal people.
Her words bear a stark resemblance to the thing the principal told me. It's possible that the friend she spoke of had her ability go haywire, which prompted Ayase to join hands with the principal. It's too early to jump to conclusions, but even so, I can't write everything off as mere coincidence anymore at this point. I have to do something. Hey,
I'm talking to you. What kind of guy ignores his own girlfriend?
Huh? Oh, sorry. What were you saying again?
Nothing important, just small talk. Something's weighing on you again. Well, I'm not an idiot. There clearly is, but I guess you can't tell me either way. Anything I can do for you? If it's gonna help, I can give you another kiss.
Can you tell me something?
Sure, what's up?
I want you to tell me about that friend you said you wanted to see again. I put on a serious expression and looked her straight in the eyes.
Where's this coming from? I told you they're not a guy.
I know. I'm not asking because I'm jealous or worried or anything like that. I just really need you to tell me.
I guess asking why you need to is pointless, huh? Not something you can tell me.
Sorry, but do know this isn't a joke. I'm serious.
Fine, but can we go somewhere else? Yeah, we should be fine here. No one else will come. So you said you wanted to know about the friend I wanted to see again.
Yeah, doesn't need to be everything. Just whatever you can tell me.
Easier said than done. I honestly have no idea where to start. Well, first of all, I know her for a long time. She was a really good friend of mine back when I was a kid. She was older than me and taught me a whole bunch of stuff. I didn't get to see her too often, but I still remember vividly how happy I was when I got to play with her.
She was someone who you really loved?
Yeah, since I was raised by a single mom, I spent a lot of my time being by myself. That girl was the one who made up for it.
Dude, your dad was a dick. Like, don't get me wrong. I was raised by a single dad. It's not like my mom walked out or anything. It's just, my dad got rights for me and my brother, and my mom had my little sister because, I don't know, they made a deal after, we were being bratty kids. Me and my brother. And we needed, what did my mom say? A male father figure, But everything worked out fine. It's just, when she was telling the story, it's like, yeah, your dad cheated, but I hope he treat you like one of, his kids, Not like, oh, you and your mother, you're just a, what's it called? You're just a bastard child. Away with you. It's like, no, man. I don't know. I get really serious when it's something about single people, single parents. Like moms or dads. If you're if you're a single parent or got raised by a single parent, it's you gotta understand their struggle. It's hard. Anyway.
That girl was the one who made up for it. For example, there were times when she looked after me when my mom would have to stay at work late. She prepared lunches for me when I had a field trip and also came to cheer me on various school events. It's thanks to her that I never suffered from loneliness as a child. Not trying to speak ill against my mom or anything, but when I think of family, I immediately think of that girl more so than my mom.
It's because your mom gotta work, you know? It's like my dad, when I was younger, before high school, I didn't really get to see my dad too much. He worked, you know? Then he got fired, then he went to school to become a school bus driver. Luckily, you know, he had some stuff in savings to pay for rent and everything. Rent, food, but we're just kind of struggling, you know? We had to cut down on some things, but, you know, he came through, you know? And he got a better job where we could see him, you know, on the weekends. Saturdays and Sundays, we got to see him a lot now. Anyway. Ayase recites her memory both gleefully and with a hint of embarrassment. The smile on her face and the joy in her tone makes it very clear that she really treasures her memory with this girl.
I was just a little girl, but I could tell that she really loved and cared about me, and that was a wonderful feeling. Eventually, that gratitude took shape within my heart, and I found myself wanting to repay her kindness in some form.
So that's why you're working so hard now? For her?
I know it's a bit late, but I'm trying, and honestly, I might not be able to help her at all. Still, I can't allow myself to do nothing, and since this is the only thing I can do, I'm devoting all my energy towards it.
I see. Can you tell me why you and her can't see each other now?
Sorry, but no, I can't.
That's fine. It's more than clear from what you told me that she means a lot to you. That's all I wanted to know.
That's really embarrassing to hear. But yeah, I guess I do love her a lot. I doubt I would be the person I am today if not for her. Heck, I might have turned into some antisocial girl who never leaves her room. The more I matured, the more I come to appreciate her kindness. Just remembering all those wonderful times I had with her makes me feel warm inside. So, I feel like I have to do something for her now. I don't care how trifling and unimportant people think the stuff I'm doing is. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I didn't try.
From what you told me, she seems like a very kind and passionate person. So, I'm sure she'll appreciate what you've been doing for her, Ayase.
Yeah, I hope you're right.
Thanks for being willing to tell me all of this, Ayase.
Is that really all you wanted to know?
Yeah. It comes abruptly and unexpectedly. Ayase kisses me and I feel the sweet warmth of her lips. But only for a brief moment. She quickly pulls away after one peck.
Remember, I'm always here for you. That kiss was to reassure you. You aren't in this alone. I can't give you any specific advice because I don't know what exactly is eating at you, but I'll give you my full support. Whatever answer you arrive at, I know will be the right one. I believe in you, Satoru. Even if you do something the whole world judges you for, I won't. I'll always be with you and always love you.
Sorry, even if something the whole world judges you, I won't. Like, if I become like if I destroy a bunch of buildings in the name of, you know, tacos or whatever, you'll still love me. If I, you know, gun down people, you'll still love me. You know?
Like, I'll still love you. Ooh, I love bad boys.
I love bad boys. I commit tax evasion.
Ooh, what a bad boy.
Man, get to a girl like that. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, I think it's because I live in East Los and I see all these girls going to see their boyfriends or husbands in prisons, and it's so, like, even if your man goes to jail, like, you're still there for them. And, okay, they're the type of ones that don't cheat, okay? because there are some ones that they cheat. But it's the ones that, like, you know, that don't cheat and go see their man in prison. It's like, get your girl like that. Like, you know what I mean? Get your girl like that, who doesn't care. And, like, will still love you no matter who you are. So don't forget that.
Gosh, say something! Do you even realize how freaking embarrassing it was for me to say all of that? And you better not try and make some lame excuse like you're still out of it because of the kiss or whatever. How are you not gonna listen to your girlfriend when she's trying to be nice to you?
No, sorry. I heard everything's just fine. I'm filled with so much happiness and joy right now that my mind kind of blanked out there for a second. Thanks, Ayase.
I don't need a thanks for that. I'm your girlfriend after all. I'm supposed to support you.
And you're the best girlfriend a man can ask for. I love you so much, Ayase.
Yeah, I know you do. Now get up. We gotta go to class.
Oh, right.
Hence, we can categorize abilities by the method I just mentioned.
And now I'm convinced. I simply can't bring myself to believe that Ayase knows what's going on. Ever since we started dating, I've seen her make a wide variety of different expressions. And when I think back upon what she just told me, there's no way she'd smile the way she was if she knew about what was going on. I know my girlfriend. Also, the fact that the principal didn't know that we were spies until today, that means Ayase never told him anything about me. She might know some fragments of the truth, but definitely not the full picture. So what now? Maybe I'm just averting my eyes from the truth, running away from something I don't want to stomach. Maybe I'm just trying to convince myself that she doesn't know because I'm desperately want to believe in her. But Ayase believes in me, and she always has. She placed her trust in me, accepted me with no question, no questions asked when it came to my work. The reason she told me about that girl who was her friend is also because she trusts me. So I owe it to her to trust her back. I have to believe in Misakasa Ayase. She's my sweetheart, the girl I fell in love with, who fell in love with me, the girl who said she'll support me despite me being the ill-resolved fool that I am. She's not that kind of person. With that now out of the way, I start to sort through the files from the room stored in my memories. Then I begin to interpret it under the assumption that Ayase isn't aware. And what I find is that something doesn't seem right at all about all of this. Now that I've calmed my mind, I catch on to something I didn't before. How is this control loss not widely known in the first place? The principal said he first began to conceal the truth after the incident with his daughter, which was tied to the construction site accident 2 years ago. Ever since that, he's been capturing people who showed signs of losing control and putting them in artificial comatose states. How feasible even is that, really? I'm not concerned with the question of how a mere school can manage to kidnap so many people. The school is famous across the globe, not only for its academics but for its research, and he's the man who founded it. He no doubt has a wide range of connections. He probably knows people in power and those with connections to secret organizations like ours that would be willing to carry out the work for him. The real question that's really bugging me is how a single academy can supposedly conceal a scientific truth from the world. I mean, sure, the number of Astrals in Washizu Research City is pretty high, but only in relative terms when compared to other cities and regions. Astrals exist in every corner of the globe. Considering that, it is really possible that a single academic institution with its limited reach and power could conceal something this massive. Astrons were first discovered around the end of the 20th century. It's been almost a quarter of a century since then. And even before the discovery of the particles, there were still people with astral abilities. If the truth has been hidden long before the discovery of Astrons, there would be no need at all for the Academy to take part in the way it is. I can't believe I tunneled vision so much that I couldn't even catch on to something as obvious as that. Considering it from the reverse perspective though, it would mean that this control loss phenomenon is something that's only started to occur in recent years. Also, only within the Academy's area of influence, in other words, Wachiju's City Research Center. That would be the only area where abilities can go haywire. Which therefore means this frenzy state is not something every Astral is at risk of. A district phenomenon that only occurs with the confines of a single city. Is that even possible? Even if we assume it's not a natural occurrence, maybe some individuals is perfectly inducing this phenomenon in Astrals. Assuming that, though, the person couldn't possibly be the principal. But who would profit from making Astrals lose control, go berserk, and wreak havoc? There's only one logical answer. People who are against Astrals. There was that anti-Astron group for an instance. Wait, is that maybe why they were targeting Ayase? If someone of her fame lost control in public setting, yeah, you could probably bet that the anti-Astral regulations would come about. So let's summarize. Some unknown person beginning to artificially create this frenzy state in Astrals a few years back, and the principal is doing and the principal is doing what he is knowing that. But why would he be hiding that? If this frenzy state is artificially invoked, then the logical thing to do is to enlist the help of law enforcement or someone in order to catch those in behind it. And he definitely wouldn't have to need to threaten me anonymously with the consequences of disclosing everything. What reason could he possibly have to keep everything a secret in that scenario? There's gotta be something else he's hiding. Another question is, how are they making these Astrals lose control? I recall what Kimomoto-sensei said.
It's nothing more than an unfound gossip. The development of a drug would require someone with a vast amount of scientific knowledge in the field, not to mention equipment, facility, and a massive amount of funding and time.
That's pretty much universal when it comes to Astron-related things. Creating new technology from scratch requires a lot of different things. Take the memory fiber we utilize in the SFD, for instance. It was created via research initially found from the private sector that was later appropriated due to the dangerous nature of its applications. Meaning, assuming that the control loss is artificially induced, chances are there's some kind of research or technology out there that someone's using to cause it. Something like the drug from the urban legend that can power up a person's ability, or even manifest abilities in non-astrals. Would that also be able to facilitate the conditions for control loss? If I can get my hands on it, all the missing puzzle pieces might just fall into place. So, I should...
Arihara-kun?
Huh? Oh, yes.
Are you listening?
No, sorry, I wasn't.
You really ought to listen if you want to do it well on the next test. Or did something I explained earlier not make sense to you?
No, I was thinking about something unrelated to class. Sorry, I'll pay attention now.
Alright, continue with the lecture then, and Arihara-kun, please come to the faculty room after class.
Okay. Hello, Kimomoto-sensei.
There you are.
Oh, sorry I was distracted during class.
Thinking about another thing during class time isn't the worst thing you could do. However, you do need to at least listen to the extent that you won't have trouble come next test time.
Of course.
Well, I already reprimanded you for that earlier, so I don't need to repeat myself. So, what was distracting you? Let me take a guess. Was it something related to ability enhancement?
Yes, I was pondering that topic.
I see. Given the kind of educational
I'm sorry, man. I don't know. I don't like doing these videos so early in the morning anymore. I used to do it back then, but right now it's just, I'm really tired. Like, really, really tired. Like, man, I've never felt this tired before. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep going until a certain point, so, yeah.
Given the kind of educational institution we are, I found it wonderful that you have a vivid
Yes, I understand that wasn't right.
So, is there anything I can do that will allow you to focus on your classes next time? Again.
There's actually something I'd like you to look into.
Go ahead.
You said that the research on ability enhancement and manifest is being conducted to some extent, right?
Yes. It is a frequent topic amongst theoretical studies at the very least. A vast array of theories surrounding its exist. Some border on lunacy, but there are some that have quite nearly reached the experimental stage.
Would you be willing to gather some research papers on it for me? I look at her with resolvedly as I make my request. I don't necessarily want to contribute to the research myself, but I am interested, so it would be much appreciated if you could.
Absolutely, I can do that for you. Actually, I called you to the faculty room because I had something for you on the subject.
Oh, really?
Yes. I was looking through papers yesterday and found something I believe to be fairly intriguing. It delves into the topic quite in detail, so I think you should find it very interesting.
Do you have the paper on you right now?
No, it is in my lab at the research center. I figured I'd ask you first, but I suppose you already given me a significant enough answer. I'll give it to you.
Oh, thank you.
Would you like me to go get it right now?
The sooner the better, but the school day isn't over just yet.
Oh, but we were having... Oh, because you were not having trouble focusing during class because you're interested in the topic.
Well, yeah.
Alright, how about this? I'll inform your teacher and can head over to the research center right away.
Is that okay?
It wasn't my mistake for telling you before school was out, so I simply have to bear the responsibility.
Thank you very much. Another view. Chief. What voice am I going to give McGriver? Chief, the research regarding to the last remaining straggler of that anti-astral group came in. It appeared she did alter her face like we expected. The picture is in the file. Send it to me. Yes, sir. Now, we just need to figure out where she's hiding and... Have I seen this face before? Do you know Hessa? No, I don't think so. But I know when I've seen that face somewhere. Oh! It's fucking Kiyomoto-sensei, isn't it?
Alright. Class will begin soon. We need to get back to our desks. Is something the matter, Misakasa-san? Oh no, I was just wondering, what was taking Satoru so long? Right. Do you suppose he's getting chewed out?
What the fuck was that, Kohei? He was like,
What sparked the sudden interest, by the way? You did bring it up before, but I don't believe you were serious about it to this extent.
Well, there's no specific reason, really. I guess you could say my interest is enhancement and manifestation increased the more I thought about it. I was wondering if there may be the reason why it's so difficult to achieve it is because there's some sort of risk or danger associated with it.
I see. If that's the case, I think you'll find the paper I prepared for you very enlightening.
Oh, it's... sorry.
Here is the paper in question.
I take the paper as she holds it out to me. What's written on these pages just might be the key reaching the truth. My heart beats faster in allocation with this mixture of nervousness and excitement that's bubbling inside of me right now. Do you mind if I read through it right now? Right here?
No, you need to go to class. Well, knowing you probably just read it through during class anyway. You may read it here.
Thank you very much. I immediately lower my eyes towards the paper. The first few lines of it is already immersively startling. Every Astra has set maximum... Fuck. I know I'm cursing a lot, but I'm trying my best here, okay? Every Astra has a set amount of energy that they can gain, which can constitutes the potency of the Astra's ability. It can then be inferred that this is a biological limit set by the brain based on a subconsciously registered safe threshold. Essentially, if one were to artificially lower the safety threshold, through some means, it could be theoretically possible to cure Astrals. Cure? Also, why lowering instead of increasing it? Well, then again, if lowering the threshold is possible, increasing it should be as well. Observations have shown that this area of the brain can be numbed by manipulating the production and distribution of certain hormones via the use of drugs. This will result in an altered sensitive to Astrals for the individual. However, the experiment conducted to test this has ultimately ended in failure. The numbing of aforementioned areas of the brain has a high chance of resulting in a breakdown of regular control mechanisms rather than a loss of functionality. As a result of this, the threshold was increased rather than decreased. However, since individual differences in the effect dosage and drug interaction time has been observed, additional confirmation through further experiments is necessary for drawing specific conclusions. Does that mean these experiments are what caused the Astrals to lose control? Intrigued, I turn the page and continue to scan over it. The method of numbing the brain has ended in failure. We have concluded that numbing the responsible areas of the brain cannot remove sensitivity to Astrons entirely. Instead, it causes individuals to lose all control over their ability. In this state, the production of energy exceeds the threshold, leading to a phenomenon where the affected ability goes haywire. We call this the frenzy state. Due to the power output that far extends the control capacities of the astral, the ability self-destructs. The probability of damage to the surrounding area and the individual in question is extremely high. The dose amount and concentration of the drug bears a strong correlation with the ability of the aforementioned state to be achieved. What? This is literally talking about the control loss stuff the principal's hiding. Admission of the drug numbing the brain? Loss of control? Sensei, what is this? I can't believe it.
Oh, believe me, I was shocked as you were.
I dove back into the paper, flipping through the pages. There's a lot of techno babble, so I can't comprehend the majority of what it's saying, but I can tell this research is of critical importance. Line after line, page after page, I continue storing snapshots inside my memory. Wait a second. This paper seems a little too detailed, and the way it's written suggests that these experiments have already been carried out.
I also forgot, there's a little something else I'd like to give you. May I have your attention?
Huh?
Think of it as a present from me to you.
She catches me unaware and thrusts an object against my neck. Ooh. The very second, I can feel something cold flowing through my body. Sensei, what did you... All my hair is standing on ends. The sensitivity is assaulting me. I can only describe as like something is crawling under my skin. The stimulus goes beyond what my body could handle, and I start to become dizzy. Shit, did he inject me with some drug? Something? Wait, no.
This present will allow you to personally experience the control loss phenomenon detailed in the paper.
What?
It just occurred to me that I never told you who authored that paper. I was the author. I wrote everything you read there. It did contain everything you wanted to know about, did it not?
I feel my phone vibrating inside my pocket. Doesn't matter who it is, I need help right now. But my hand is shaking so severely that I can't even properly grasp my phone. Fuck! Who the hell are you? After this... Guy girl.
After this, you need to do is substitute the value of X. Oh, that's calling. Wait, why is he using the normal unprotected line? I wonder what he wants. Maybe it's not work related, or maybe it's just something super urgent. Sensei!
Yes, Arihara-san.
I have a headache, and it's getting really hard to sit here and listen Could I, go to the nurse's office?
Headache, you said. Your face looks fine, though.
The pain is awful! It feels like my head is about to split apart!
Well, you don't want to be here. You definitely don't want to be here. Alright, someone please accompany you to...
No, I'll be fine, but thank you anyways. Go ahead and continue with class. Excuse me!
She sure didn't seem to be in any pain.
Hello, Dad?
Thank God you picked up.
What do you need? I'm still in class right now.
We got an emergency on our hands. Satoru isn't picking up his phone.
Well, duh, he's in class.
I think it would be really strange for him not to pick up his phone if I was calling through an unprotected line. Case in point, you picked up. Just listen to me. We have no time. We figured out the identity of the last remaining member of the anti-astral group.
Huh? Wait, what? This line is unprotected.
I've seen the person. She was talking with Satoru during the Astro Expo fair.
Huh? What? Is this a joke? Hold on. How's that even? What?
Fuck, my throat's dry.
You see, I am an undercover agent much like yourself. That being said, we align on completely different sides of the spectrum, and the organization I work for has expectantly been dismantled.
So, you're with those people who attacked...
I'm the only one that remains uncaptured. Being so how careless you came along with me without the slightest hesitation, I suppose that means my cover hasn't been blown just yet.
How did you... Is she in cahoots with the principal? No, not likely. She just said she was the only remaining member of her organization. So the principal and the anti-astral group are unrelated, like I initially thought.
I suppose your question is, how did I find out who you were? Well, I'm sure you remember sticking something into my computer yesterday, don't you? Your behavior was far too out of the ordinary. Even an other dimwit could have caught on. Aside from that, you displayed a suspiciously keen interest in the subject, which is closely related to control loss. It also struck me rather odd that you wanted another checkup despite not having anemia. Ah, I forgot another thing. You didn't take the anemia medication I gave you. I noticed that you weren't exhibiting the symptoms. That's very bad of you. A patient's supposed to follow their doctor's instructions, are they not? Shigami-kun, unlike you, was a good boy and took the medication I told him to take.
You fuck. I hate you. You did that to him. So that's what you... Shigami's control loss result from his checkup.
Indeed, the drug I gave to the both of you were the drug that induced the control loss.
She told me that she used to work at the Rashisu General Hospital. In fact, she also mentioned that she's still a part-time physician there. So the people used in the drug experiments were all patients who underwent medical checkups conducted by her. And her switching over to the academy was just a means to cover her tracks. Damn it! God, why didn't I notice sooner? On the night Ayase was first attacked, the last person she was with was Kimimoto-sensei. She purposely left her alone to create the ideal situation for a would-be kidnapping. Back during the Astral Expo fair, Kimimoto-sensei was also the one who summoned Ayase. How did I not notice that she was present in every single one of these scenarios?
The drug isn't perfected yet, which is why I wanted to take my time to gather data. After my computer was searched, I figured it was only a matter of time until suspicions were roused and I was got. But it appeared I was a bit hasty in my action. However, there's no going back now. It's a bit of a drastic measure to take, but it's my only choice left. Allow me to take the paper I gave you back. I need to burn it and dispose of the evidence. Oh, don't worry. I already wasted all the information I had on my computer, so once I get rid of this paper, all traces of what happened will be gone.
What are you?
It's my job. Everything I do is to convince the public of the dangers that Astrons present to society.
You're the one causing the control loss.
The truth of it doesn't matter if I can convince people to believe what I want them to.
And you brought me here too. So this dizziness I'm feeling really is...
Yes, exactly what you think it is. Your ability is physical enhancement, yes? What do you suppose will happen when you enter the frenzy state? I'm extremely excited to see.
Why are you doing this?
Well, do you think that mutants with the capability to kill ought to be allowed to roam free? To live amongst normal humans?
Are you serious? Don't tell me you believe that horse shit.
Unfortunately, I don't have time to entertain your questions any longer. I need you to cause a bit of chaos for me.
I'm not gonna lead to the effect you want if I lose control in a place like this.
Huh? No, you're misjudging my plans. You're a destructive element that I need to get rid of, that's all. I won't deny that I also harbor a bit of grudge due to my workplace being dismantled. I assume you played a part in that, am I correct?
Ugh.
Unfortunately, your powers is insignificant for what I need to accomplish. Besides, I already found a person at the academy who is a perfect fit.
No, you don't mean...
Oh, no need to already. Mr. Casa-san will deliver a flawless performance for me.
Not on my watch!
You can only stare and bark at me all you want. It won't change the fact that you can't move. Also, allow me to explain what will now happen to you. The numbing sensation you feel will continue to grow stronger, and your body temperature and heart rate will also rise. However, no need to panic. You won't die. It's a side effect of producing an excessive amount of energy. After that, your ability will activate involuntarily in an attempt to give your body relief from the extreme amount of energy. Once you reach the stage of your ability, you will spiral further and further out of control, and you will still have time to say your prayers before anything truly awful happens though. Well, I have another thing to attend now. Farewell, Arihara-kun.
She opens his door and walks out. Wait! I tried to pursue her, but nearly stumble on my own feet and fall pitiful to the ground. Ugh! Fuck, my body's heating up like an oven. My heart is beating against my chest like a sledgehammer. The numbing sensation has gotten a hell of a lot worse. I can barely feel my lips. Even something as simple as crawling on the ground is a struggle. The rapid change of my body is not normal, no matter how you slice it. Just how high was that dose that she gave me? Probably high enough that the individual differences is how a drug affects someone doesn't matter. This is really bad. I need to do something before I lose control. And Ayase, I need to get out of here before something happens to her. I need to go to Ayase. I have to protect her. Yeah. My body won't cooperate though. My heart feels like it's beating faster with each passing second, and the heart starts to overtake. It even reaches my head at this point. It feels like it's on fire. I can't think straight at all. So, this is what it feels like when you lose control. Rather than being flooded with power, it definitely feels more apt to describe as being consumed by power. A giant wave of heat forms in my chest and threatens to sear my brain. My ability just goes spiral out of control as I lay here and die. God damn it!
Another view.
Excuse me. What brings you here? Class is in session right now, and you even opt to visit in person. Something happened that I need to report to you immediately. Arihara Satoru has disappeared. Explain. Sorry, I don't know what exactly happened. He was summoned to the faculty room after class for not paying attention, and hasn't returned since. I tried calling him, but he isn't picking up. This cannot be a coincidence. Was there any indication that he was planning something?
Not that I can see. He was honestly mulling over what to do, but it didn't appear that he was going to take any sort of concrete action. Excuse me! Thank God you're here! Nanami-chan. Huh? Soyu-senpai? What are you doing here? Just
Do you need something?
Right! You need to find Kirimoto-sensei immediately!
Huh?
Excuse me? Kirimoto-sensei, what brings you here? Something urgent has come up, Misakasa-san. Yes? What is it? We need to discuss something. Come with me and I'll explain along the way. We received a request for an interview on a short notice. It's going to be a large feature that would also touch upon government policies. So, they would like you to have a short dialogue with a politician. Oh, really? Yes. The problem is, however, the politician has a very busy schedule, so it was requested for it to be done immediately. I have, of course, informed both the chairman and the principal. I received their permission. Could you do this for us? Yes, that would be fine. We'll walk to the gates, then take a car from there to the location. Am I going to be the only one from the school there? I'll be there with you, of course. Why did you ask? Well, a discussion with politicians sounds quite honestly like something the principal and chairman should handle. They will join us later.
I heard nothing of this.
Principal Issei, well, may I ask you... What? May I ask why you're doing here?
That's a question I'd like you to answer. You have a bit of explaining to do. Tell me again why you intend to take her, for what purpose?
So I assume that this means you know everything.
Surrender now. This is the end of the line for you.
It certainly seems that way. My plan has been completely foiled, hasn't it?
Fuck.
What?
Ayase.
Don't move. Sensei, what are you doing?
He pulls out a gat. He pulls out me. He pulls out a fucking gat. Don't make this
harder than it has to be, Sensei. You have nowhere left to run. So why are you? That's who you are. I expected the principal to have a lapdog amongst the students, so it was you. That being said, there's simply no way you rounded up all the students who occurred a control loss on your own.
Rest assured, help is on the way. You've been completely surrounded in no time.
Perfect. I still have time to inject her with this then.
Ugh.
Your reaction tells me that you understand exactly what this drug is capable of.
Fuck, I hit the...
Once it goes into her body, she'll slowly lose control.
Okay, where was I? Where was I? I don't remember where I was. Did I even read that part? Alright, I gotta finish this. Before I do anything else.
Your reaction tells me that you completely
Fuck.
Your reaction tells me that you understand exactly what this drug is capable of. Once it goes into her body, she'll slowly lose control of her ability until she enters a frenzied state. Wait, you're the one who did that? No way! My original plan was to do this in the middle of the city to maximize both damage and witnesses, but I suppose I have no longer the luxury to choose. Either way, I'm sure Misakasa's ability will bring about the display of destruction and death beyond my wildest imaginations. So you're the one who made Oni-chan...
It's not Oni, what is it?
Oni-chan ability go haywire. Your sister?
I finally found you. And I found that sick bastard responsible for doing that to my Kotori.
Tell me, when did you first catch on? Or should I say, how long have you been watching me?
It was clear from the start that it was from a work of an It was the work of an individual. However, I had no clue who was behind it.
Oh? Then how did you figure out it was me?
I never watched you. The person I was watching was Arihara-kun. I was monitoring his actions very closely, but good grief, I never thought that would cause the person responsible to panic and blow her cover.
Tch! I should have stuck to what I was doing what I was good at. You're a wicked person. I resent you with every fiber of my being for what you did. You rightfully should. I'm about to make your ability do something very wicked things. That won't happen. Huh? You're very calm in the light of the situation. You do know what happens when an Astral loses control, yet you are unafraid. That's absolutely zero sense of making my ability go haywire. Why? Because I have no Astral abilities. What? Cut the bluffing. I've seen you use your abilities countless times. That's what's going on. Misakasa-san, you are... I am not an Astral. You successfully developed a drug to give individual abilities. I can't believe it. It all makes sense now. There were indeed a few situations where it struck me as odd that you didn't use your ability. You simply didn't have time to ingest the drug during times of emergency. The skill have truly fallen from my eyes.
Do you understand now? There's nothing you can do. It's over for you. If you value your life, then let her go. Look at his face, like...
Fine, I surrender. I don't plan on dying today.
Misakasa-san, come over here.
Oh, okay. May I permit one last question before you take me into custody? Was this ability-inducing drug the vitamin tablets I saw Misakasa taking it regularly? No need to scowl at me. I'm a researcher, so I'm curious about these things. And after all, I spent a large amount of time around her as a result of her PR activities. I should be a stretch for me to notice that she's always has them on her. What about them? No, I simply want to know if there were, that's all, since that means I can give myself an ability.
How did you...
Those are my tablets! You always have them on you, so I figured this would also hold true now.
Fucking shoot her!
Sorry, I've been a bit nimble with my fingers, you see?
Don't you dare! She doesn't have her no more. Shoot her!
You can't stop me now!
Shoot her!
Huh? So this is an Astral ability. It would take some time for me to learn its workings, but the basic use is something that I can grasp on an intuition level.
Shoot her!
That's why they meant it by being a brain function. God, this is abhorrent. What was that explosion? So this is what my ability is capable of. Explosions. Doesn't quite amp categorically. It's closer to heat manipulation. Even so.
Shoot her! Damn it!
You are still alive? I do believe I'm using it at its full power. Possible, I simply lack experience to use it properly.
Shoot her!
I might also be able to rob a system of its heat within practice. It's certainly an interesting ability, I must admit.
Shoot her!
But given my predicament, I would prefer an ability that allowed me to escape. You can never get what you want, can you?
Shoot her!
He disappeared. So he was an Astral. Or no, probably using the drug. Well, no matter. It makes no difference.
Shoot her!
Shoryuken! Did you not hear me say that my ability is heat manipulation?
Shoot her!
I can sense all heat signature within my ability in affected range. It doesn't matter if I can see her or not.
Shoot her! Like, what's the problem?
Still though, setting target coordination is rather difficult. My inherent senses of distance seems to be somewhat off. No method. This isn't the time to be analyzing my ability. All this time, your ability was something artificial given to you. What I let down, I must say. All I have to do is retreat for now. Before that, though, I need to get rid of the witnesses. Do you think I'll go down without a fight? Oh, do you have more tablets in reserve? Simply, you don't expect me to simply sit here and allow you time to take them. Don't resist. I'll make sure this is pain-free. You'll be able to join your beloved Arihara-kun. Why do you mention him? What do you do to Satoru? Oh, right. I guess I forgot to mention it. He tried to stop me, so unfortunately, I had to deal with him accordingly. Unlike you, he is without a question an Astral. Upon giving him the drug, he exhibited the same symptoms as the others did. Profuse sweating, shortness of breath, the list goes on. Right now, he should be... You did that to Satoru? No way! In retrospect of whatever or not you wish to believe, he is indeed dead now, that his ability has gone to a frenzy state. At last, if only his ability has been with an already area effect, he could have caused more chaos. No, you're lying. You have to be. You can see for yourself once you join him. Anyhow, it was nice knowing you.
A massive explosion erupts as an inferno engulfs the area. However, Ayase is no longer there. Luckily, I managed to rescue her in time.
What? Satoru, is that you?
Phew, that was a close one. Back to this, right? Okay, I'm gonna continue this. It might be an hour, but this is gonna end it, right? The overwhelming surge of energy is slowly consuming me. I just barely manage to keep consciousness. I keep thinking of Ayase, but unfortunately, willpower can't save me. Is this where I die? Fuck! Death. To be honest, it was never something that actively concerned me. Maybe we Astrals aren't needed by this world. Oh well. Perhaps I would have simply resigned myself to this fate. The old me. The person I was before I came to this academy. Ayase. The very moment I started thinking of death, Ayase's image flickered in my mind. My consciousness was slowly slipping away from me, but I grabbed it with both hands and dug my heels to the ground. I can't afford to die here. Not yet. Damn, what? Did you say damn it? Not yet, damn it.
Satoru-kun!
Nanami? What are you doing here?
I went to the principal's for help, and we looked all over for you.
The principal?
Dad called and informed me that Kiyomoto-sensei was the last remaining member of that organization. No, that doesn't matter. We gotta save you right now. Here, I'll heal you with my ability.
No, wait. Your ability might make it worse.
Then, how am I supposed to save you?
There's only one way. You gotta halt the effects of the drug. The paper I just read contained the secrets to that. What the drug does is numb a part of the brain by manipulating the production and distribution of a certain hormone. So all I have to do is use my ability to re-seize control. To go from this abnormal state back to normal state, I have to pull this off before I go completely numb. Ugh! I feel pain, intense pain in my head. This is exactly opposite of what I normally do with my ability, and it's proving to be a hell of a lot tougher than I thought. To make things worse, this is the only shot I get. I'm gambling with my own life. But I can't get cold feet now. I have to do this if I want any shot of living. I can't break my promise. I have a life to live with Ayase. I can't afford to die here and leave her. What's good is this power even for if I can't protect the people I love with it? Ayase said she'd always be there for me, even if no one else was. She's always loved me no matter what. So I'll just have to protect her, even if it means making the world my enemy. I'm not about to die here! I go Super Saiyan.
Satoru-kun?
I'm fine, more or less. The effects hasn't quite vanished completely, but I can move. The symptoms has eased up, and I regained my control of my body. This is perfect. First, brief me of the situation. No, wait. Finding her is top of my priority right now. I gotta protect the Ayase. Get in touch with Dad and Nanami. Tell him to send backup immediately.
Okay.
Thanks. I'm going like the Flash right now. I boost the speed output to my muscles to its max and jet through campus. I'm having to simultaneously keep the effects of the drugs in check as I do this. Successfully pulling that off requires extremely precise control. My headache worsens. I push my brain to its limit and I can feel it boiling. But I can't afford to deactivate my ability just yet. I have to find Ayase ASAP. I pawn a scene, which I can't fully process. But the one thing I can really clear to me is that Ayase is in trouble. She's frowning sadly, and Kimimoto-sensei has revealed her true colors, judging by the convincing grin on her face.
You can see for herself once you join him. Anyhow, it was nice knowing you.
Ugh. My head feels like it's about to split in two, and my knees are about to buckle. But I ignore my body's pain-filled screams, rushing over to Ayase and bring her out of harm's way just in the nick of time.
What? Satoru! Satoru, is that you?
Phew, that was way too close.
There's no way! You displayed all the symptoms before I left, so how are you still standing?
How? Well, a man's gotta protect his girl.
Satoru!
Don't worry, this isn't a dream. I'm still alive and kicking.
Yeah, I know.
Man, I didn't expect her to be an Astral too.
She's not. All she did was take a drug that caused abilities to manifest in a person. She's an artificial Astral.
Say what? Not only did she develop a drug to make Astrals lose control of their abilities, she developed a drug to give normal people abilities? Well, I can worry about that later. First comes... Question's gonna wait. I got a score to settle first. I let Ayase down and turned towards Kimimoto-sensei, my enemy.
How are you still alive? What did you do?
Don't ask me. Maybe your drug just sucks. Pretty embarrassing considering how confident you were when you injected it to me.
You rotten little twerp! This time, I'll make sure you stay dead!
Following her menacing shout, an explosion occurs. However, I'm meters ahead of the targeted area. I heighten my physical abilities to their absolute limit, allowing me to avoid her explosions with ease.
Tch! You and your physical enhancements!
So she can cause explosions while remaining stationary. Easy solution then. All I gotta do is stay on the move.
Even if my eyes can track all of it, you have nowhere to run as long as I have this ability.
Ugh! An explosion occurs right next to me. I didn't feel the brunt of its force, but I can feel the heat waves it produced. Explosion after explosion occurs in rapid succession. Even so, I'm able to avoid each one and every one.
Curses! I'm always a step too slow when I have to rely on the heat signatures.
Sweet, I can use this chance while she's trying to learn her abilities. As I keep dodging out of her sight, relying on anticipations and sheer speed, I also pick up on a subtle signs. Whether she wants to explode an area, her face scrunches and she focuses, allowing me to react and dodge within a split second.
You damn little Rizo! Just die already!
Look at it, it looks like a war zone right now. To right, to left, twisting my body, I ride the heat wave and flip through the air, leaping forward at the moment of the landing. At times, I also weave in some acrobatic moves. I continue accelerating faster and faster, evading her visions with also mixing in feints. I feel my ability performing better than usual. Effects of the drugs perhaps? That's why I'm I'm able to definitely dodge every single one of her attacks. But it comes at a cost. A terrible headache. Terrible headache. The area around my temple has started to convulse. If I don't let up focus, I'll keep moving my legs with speed and position like a ballerina on ice as I slip into her blind spot. Now! I drop my fist in her back before she has time to react, but a millisecond before my fist can connect, a cold shiver runs down my spine. My instincts react before my mind can think, twisting my body away from where I stand. Ugh! An explosion bursts out from mere feet from me. The sheer force makes my bones creak and the entirety of my body ache. Having managed to avoid getting hit by it point blank, I quickly pull away from her. Where is the gun? Fucking Kohei brought a gun that he's not using. He's not using the gun at all.
It seems I missed again. However, taking to our little practice, I've gotten the hang of it, enough to be able to send the target location without having to rely on sight.
Another view.
Satoru's face is twisted in anguish from the explosion. Ah! Even so, he doesn't stop. He keeps fighting and persevering, all to protect me, like he said. He's putting his life on the line because of me. Yeah, all I can do is stand back and watch, since I don't have an ability.
Where is the gun?
No, stop thinking negatively, Ayase. I felt that I would be there for him. And that doesn't mean watching him from afar as he's beaten and bruised. It means protecting him. I won't let a thing end the same way they did back then. There has to be something I can do. Just think. This time it's gonna be different, damn it.
Please tell me she picks up the gun. Shit. She drastically improved at her using her ability. The early signs I used to predict when she was going to fire off an explosion are getting less and less noticeable. No matter how hard I tried to throw her off, the explosions are getting closer and closer to me. It's like she can see where I'm going to move. Ugh. I unwittingly stop for a short moment. Her mouth twists in a sinister grin, and she looks at me and prepares to finish me off. Finally, he fucking used the gun. But instead of explosion, I hear the sound of a bullet rip through the air. Blood spattered from her hand, and at the same time, some kind of object is flung out of that hand. What was that?
Tch!
Ah! Well, you missed. You should have went for her head. Like Thor when he missed fucking Thanos. Like he got him in the shoulder. It's like, you should have went for the head. No! Kohei? What is he doing here? And why does he have a gun? Wait, that's irrelevant now. I have more important things to worry about. Like not wasting this brief moment window. Stirring my battered body in action, I kick the ground, but right before that... What? Ayase's come rushing past me towards Kirimoto-sensei. But she can spot the explosion in her blind spot now. This isn't good. Phew, thank God. I managed to save Ayase from the explosion less than a second before it blew her up.
Satoru!
Don't get yourself killed here, Ayase. I can feel her shaking in my arms, but her hand is clenched tight. She has something in there. That thing Kirimoto just dropped. Is that why she came running over? But why? What is that gonna do?
So you wanted me to fry it together, do you? If you have any last words, now would be your chance.
She looks down at us with a vintage of arrogance. Maybe she's convinced that she's already won this battle. Much of my own charting, I can't deny that the fate might be sealed very soon. If I can't figure out a way to turn the tables now, it'll be over for us. However, I grit my teeth in frustration. However, Ayase hasn't given up hope yet. She may be shaking, but I can see a strong resolve will in those eyes of hers. A while later, she's looking at me, keeping a tight grip on that pill that case she picked up. Fuck. All of a sudden, those words Ayase said to me yesterday runs through my mind.
Remember,
I hate this music.
remember, I'm always here for you. I can't give you any specific advice, because I know what exactly is eating at you, but I'll give you my full support. Even if you don't do something that the world judges you for, I won't. I'll always be with you, and always love you. I'll take the blame with you, no matter what's it for, so don't forget that.
Dude, I'm sweating like a pig right now. It's hot as shit. That's right. I'm not alone in this. Ayase is right here with me. I believe in you, Ayase. So cover my back for me, will you?
Sure. Done saying your farewells yet? Alright, this time I'm really gonna kill you.
I'd like to see you try. I charged forward, seizing the initiative. However, not a second later, a giant burst of flames appeared in the front of me. Ugh! The explosion she's creating seems to be for the purpose of halting my movements. I've already boosted my abilities to their absolute limit. I'm pushing my body to its absolute limit. Ugh! Regardless of that, another explosion occurs, frighteningly close to me. Ugh! I had to bear the impacts of several explosions in quick succession. My body is seared in pain. I'm seeing white stars in front of me. Fuck. Come on. My consciousness is close to fading. Fuck. Before long, my legs are forced to come to an abrupt halt. Die! Kimimoto Katori's eyes are focused on nothing but me right now. I know what's coming, but my body won't move. But that doesn't matter if I can't have someone else move it for me. Now!
Yeah!
Ayase used her ability to create a field of repulsion, which sends me flying forward from behind.
What?
As fast as he is, even Kimimoto-sensei wasn't able to react to it in time. I zap past her explosions with ease. I'm flying in a direction course towards her, and she can only stand there stunned. Yeah! I finally made it close enough. At this range, she can't create an explosion without hurting herself too. One step forward, and my fist will be able to reach her. Ugh! I shut off all the intense pain assaulting me as I clench my fist tightly. So tight that my bones creak. I then pour every ounce of rage in my body into that fist and let it loose. Ah! Detroit smash! Not even caring for the fact that she's a woman, I slam my fist into her face with all the force I can muster. Then, multiplied by my own weight combined with the additional acceleration provided by Yase's repulsion field, she flung through the air, then rolled a few times upon impact. After traveling a couple meters, her head falls back as she lies there sprawled out. Her eyes are rolled into the back of her head, and her mouth hangs agape. She's out for the count. We did it. It's all over.
Satoru? Satoru!
Yeah, Ayase?
Satoru!
She throws herself in my arms. My head feels awful, like it's about to explode. I'm also being assaulted by a terrible nausea and dizziness. And above all else, every single ounce one of my joints aches. Even though I never got hit by the explosion, the resulting heat wave and the breeze did quite a number on me. Plus, I had to force my body to its physical limit. My muscles feel really, really sore. But the comforting warmth I feel from the sweet girl in my arms make that all an afterthought. Ayase. I embrace her as tightly as I can, make sure the girl in my arms is no illusion.
You're alive! You're alive! She said you were dead, but you're alive!
Come on, now. Of course I am. We've barely been dating for all this time, any time at all. We still got our whole lives ahead of us, Ayase. There's no way in hell I'll die now. I want to hold you. I want to feel your warmth. I want to be with you forever, Ayase. Also, I like to get down and dirty with you in the bedroom more.
You're so dumb.
She reciprocates and hugs me tightly back. Though, this act we both reassure each other that we're both alive. The physical sensation proves to us that the person we love is still here. I can hear her sweet voice, feel the warmth of her body. It's such a simple physical act, yet it fills me with such happiness. But my body is giving out on me. Sorry, I'm at my limit here.
Huh? Whoa, wait! Satoru!
I fall to the ground lifelessly. Dun dun dun, dun 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 dun, dun dun dun. And I am gonna end it there. Wow. My body is fucking tired. It's fucking hot. And I am tired. Like, I don't know. I had coffee earlier and I'm like, what is it, like at 10? And normally it's like, I'm good with coffee like the first hour, but I crash hard. And right now, I am crashing from that coffee. I do not feel good. I'm gonna feel sick in the morning, aren't I? It was iced coffee and a bunch of Jack in the Box. I'm not gonna feel good. Yeah, it's 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm not gonna feel good at all. And I gotta go to school tomorrow. Ah! Alrighty. Well, that's... I'm gonna call it... that's a wrap for me right now. That's a wrap. Well, like the video, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification to see whenever I post, and leave a comment. Alrighty. This is Gat saying farewell. And as always, bye-bye. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. I closed my eyes for a second. I thought I was gonna go sleep. Ah! Gotta wake myself up. Gotta wake myself up. Because I still need to upload a video. Yeah. So, well, see you tomorrow. And you have yourself a beautiful night. I'm not gonna lie. Okay.